What about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I had to turn on the microphone. Okay, so what I was going to say, a couple of the girls are having me send them this recorded session. I knew they're not going to be here, but we will get going right now. And then just so you know, I think I mentioned it last week. I kind of forgot if I did or not, that we always record this and everybody's doing it virtual. So if there's ever a time that you can't come, just let me know, because I can send it to you that way too. So 2 blocks if you have blocks, and if you don't have blocks, that's fine. Something that props your hips up, so folded blanket, something like that. Otherwise, we will get started. Let me just get set up here, and we're going to start seated. Okay, so if it feels okay to come into a cross-legged seat, then that's what you can do. And just notice which ankle you have first. So we're going to focus quite a bit on our hips today and on our pelvis, and sort of getting some movement and some openness through that space. And so you may want to make sure that you're doing this on both sides. So that's why we just want to know which foot is forward. We're going to put our hands just into our lap. Relax your arms. So just sitting nice and square on your sit bones. You can close your eyes if you'd like to. We're going to take a couple of deep breaths. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. A couple more times. In through the nose and out through the mouth. You're going to bring your right hand onto your heart, your left hand onto your baby. Relax your shoulders, relax your elbows. See if you can breathe into those 2 spaces. So as you inhale, filling up your chest, filling up your belly. As you exhale, just letting those 2 spaces relax again. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Awesome job. Both hands are going to come onto your knees. So now hold on to the knees. We're going to draw some little circles with our torso over the pelvic bowl. So if you imagine it's like stirring with your upper body, our pelvic bowl specifically is the sit bones, the tailbone, the hips, and the pubic bone. So we're just trying to find sort of range of motion over that space, and we'll switch directions. Really good way to build some circulation in that area. Let's go a couple more circles. Good. And then just bring yourself back to the center. So you're going to take your right fingertips down to the floor beside you. Left arm's going to come up, and we're going to reach straight up. So the more you can sort of wiggle and reach up through the fingertips, the more you'll open your rib cage. And then just a little side bend. Depends how, I don't even know how big your belly is. So just see where you can get to here. Try to take a deep breath into the left side of your body. One more breath. Good job. And then come back to the center, opposite side. So touch down with the left fingertips, reach your right arm up. Come across your body. Deep breath, try to fill up that right side. Good job. And then come back here to the center. So whatever leg you have crossed, we are going to switch opposite forward. Again, just sitting nice and tall. Try to feel exactly sort of where your tailbone is and try to draw your head up from that space. So it's like we're stacking our body very literally, head over top of heart, heart over top of hips. Drop your shoulders away from your ears if you feel really tight across the neck. We're going to use our nose as a reference point here, and I want you to draw some big circles with your nose. So just one direction. We'll go a couple times each way, so all the way around. Be really mindful about your jaw. I'm trying to stay nice and relaxed through your jaw as best you can. You can switch directions unless you already did. Good. All the way around. Nice. And then back here to the center. So if you try to remember which direction you started with our sort of stirs, go the opposite way. Coming forward and around. Again, we're going to do both directions here again. I want you to pay really close attention to not only your belly, but also your hips, and just noticing if there's any points that feel kind of funny along the hip flexors, or any little movements of muscles in your pelvis. Didn't already switch directions, just go one circle this opposite way. And then again, coming back to the center. So we're gonna take our blocks. You can do this without blocks as well if you would like to. We wanna walk our hands back. I like to have my blocks on the lowest level, and I just take my fingertips sort of hanging over the edges of them. So we're gonna walk our elbows and our shoulder blades together as best we can. Lift your chin, press your belly and your chest forward. And see if you can, rather than hold your breath, which is what we kind of try to do, I want you to breathe into your heart space. So deep breath to stretch across your chest. And exhale. One more time, deep breath. And exhale. Good job. Bring your spine back here to the center. We are going to stay seated, taking both legs out beside us. If you feel really tight in your hips, then lift them up. Make sure you sit like on a pillow or on a blanket here. But it doesn't really matter how far or what the angle is that your legs are apart. We're just going to try to sit square. And we're going to do a little side body stretch here. So sometimes it depends where your baby is. You sort of lean sideways and you hit a spot where your rib cage, I remember very well, sort of can't go that way anymore. So that's where blocks are handy. You take a block down beside you, wherever you want to reach. Opposite arm up. So go right arm up. Go towards your left foot. Now some of you might be able to come more into that stretch. Again, take a deep breath into the right rib cage, this open side. Good, and then come all the way up over to the other side. So opening up the left side of our body, reaching up and over. See if you can imagine like you're breathing into the space underneath your armpit. One more breath. Good job. And then come back here to the center. Just take your hands to the floor behind you. Okay, I want you to feel supported here, like we're rolling our shoulders back What you want to avoid is like a turtle shell where we're really compressing down over our abdomen. So try to stay lifted up away from your belly. You can lean back as much as you want to. We're windshield wipering with our legs. So forward with the toes and then back. And we want to feel like we're rotating our entire leg, not just the knee. Sometimes it takes a little practice. We want to rotate all the way up to move the femur within the hip socket a little bit. Good job. Let's do one more. Awesome. And then again, just sitting up here in the center. We're going to tuck just the left leg in. Right leg's going to stay extended. Sit nice and tall. If you touch your fingertips down to the floor where you feel the sit bones are underneath of yourself, imagine you're like pushing off from those two spaces. So there's like a string attached to the crown of our head. I want you to flex your right toe and point your toe back towards yourself as much as you can. You're going to squeeze with your quad muscle. Okay, squeeze the quad muscle and then relax your leg, relax your foot. Do that again. So squeeze like you're pulling your toes back towards yourself. Squeeze from the knee to the hip. Just hold, isolate that muscle. Good, and then relax your leg. One more time. Pull your toe back. Squeeze your leg muscle. Sit as tall as you can. Good job, and then relax your leg. Let's switch sides. So bring the right foot in, extend the left leg, okay? Sit nice and tall, good posture, and lots of lift up and away from your baby, up and away from your belly. Flex your left toe, so pull them back towards your nose, squeeze with your upper thigh. Good, and then relax the muscle. Try 2 more times, so flex, squeeze. Awesome job, and release. One more, flex, pull your toes back, squeeze your quad muscle. One deep breath. Awesome, and then just relax your leg, relax your thigh. Awesome job. So we're gonna stay down on the mat for a few more moments. We're gonna come into a kneeling position, so I'm just gonna turn sideways for this, just so that you can see the different movements we're going through. But we're gonna start by taking the tops of the feet to the floor. So depending on water retention, which is a huge thing right now, you may feel stiffer in your ankles than normally you would, or tighter in your legs and in your shins. So I want you to just very actively try to push the tops of your feet into the ground. Okay, see if you can get the front side of your ankle joint nice and open, and you might get a stretch on your shin as well. If you feel good here, we're gonna sit back on our heels, coming into a nice tall seat. Sometimes we get like a crack, crack, pop, pop through the ankles or through the knees. That's totally fine. Take a deep breath. See if you can look forward and stack your spine nice and tall here again. Bring your hands onto your abdomen, onto your baby. Take a deep breath in. I want you to fill up your hands with your breath. And exhale. Good job. Fingertips forward. Lift your bum, come towards the front here. We're just gonna shake out our legs. You can pitter patter, or you can lift them up and give them a shake that way. And then we're gonna do the opposite. So curl your toes under. Really take a second here to walk your toes. So we're stretching not only the toes, but also the transverse arch. So along the bottom of your foot, okay? Again, just go with how you feel here. You don't have to sit back on your heels. If the stretch feels like enough tension, stay forward. Otherwise, come all the way back. Stack your body nice and tall. I want you to visualize, so really feel your body, really think about opening across the bottoms of your feet. And so the sensation is like our foot is getting wider. It's really expanding and stretching in our mind. Again, bring your hand onto baby, onto your abdomen. Deep breath in, fill up your hands. And exhale, Good job. All the way back forward here again and give your legs a little shake. Okay, so meet me in a table pose. In table, we're nice and strong. We're pushing away from the floor as if we're mad at it, okay? So all the way into the shoulders. I want you to imagine like you're hugging your baby in towards your body. So just gently hugging the baby in and staying nice and supported through your back rather than doing this and sort of arching and relaxing your belly down. So this is going to be a little like baby cat-cow. And I want you to really feel this from the pelvis. So what you're going to do is imagine your sit bones are getting wider. Lift your tailbone and then hug your baby in and push into your back a little bit here, okay? Do the opposite. Lift your tailbone, let your sit bones draw apart, and now squeeze your bum. Lift your baby in towards your belly. Let's do that twice more. Lift your tailbone, and now squeeze, draw the baby in towards you. Hold here, just take a breath. Good job. Okay, we're gonna come into a lunge position. So there's an option to use your blocks if you want to. I'm gonna use them just for the purpose of showing you how you can. So the blocks are like extensions of our arms. We have longer arms when we use them. So on your knees, and then let's step the left foot forward first. Take a moment just to get that foot in front of your knee. So I always kind of start exaggerated where my ankle is higher than more forward than my knee, so that when I lean forward, my knee is staying over top of the ankle. Okay? Just try to lean forward into your right hip. So feel this right leg. Take your gaze forward and maybe up. If your belly is really big, just widen your left foot even more, so that the belly can stay towards the inside, okay? Look up towards where that wall and ceiling meets. Focus the energy, the intention on this right thigh. Take one more breath. Good job. Pull your hips back, okay? And then walk your blocks in. Up on your knees, we're gonna do the other side, so step your right foot forward, inch it forward enough to where the ankle is more forward from the knee. And then as you walk your eyes towards your wall, let yourself sink into that left thigh and the front side of your pelvis. Again, right leg, go wider if you need more space for your baby. Take a couple of deep breaths. Awesome job. Pull your hips back. Okay. Bring both knees around. Let's make our way up to standing for a little bit here today. I need to move my mat so that my head doesn't get chopped off. Oh, hi, Keely. Okay, so we're just coming up to standing. We just did a little bit seated. You'll be fine to hop on from here. Okay, so I want you to take your legs in a straddle stance, so really wide. My head always gets chopped up. This is not ideal camera position. So your legs are really wide. Go ahead and turn your toes out so they're at like 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock so that you feel quite balanced. And we're gonna draw our sit bones together or squeeze our bum. Okay, arms are gonna tee out beside us. And we're just gonna bend our knees here just for a second. Let your knees track over your toes. So if you pause in this position, drop your shoulders down away from your ears. You can totally ignore me with the arms if that's too intense on your shoulders. I want you to feel your inner thighs. So we're opening up through the inner thighs and we're tracking our knees over top of our toes. Okay, come back up to stand. We're gonna do that, but deeper this time, okay? So the action is going to be, as we inhale, we lift our arms. As we exhale, we squat down. We let our arms come down in front of us or to heart center. You can if you want to. Inhale, push through your feet, reach up. Exhale, sit into the squat. Inhale, open. Exhale, squatting down. One more time. Inhale, open your arms, stand up tall. Exhale, come down. This is called a goddess squat. I want you to stay here. Rest your hands on the tops of your thighs. Take your gaze forward and just up. You want to feel proud across your chest. One deep breath. Good job. And then come up to standing. Go ahead and bring your feet closer together. We're going to check in with our balance. Just doing a little tree pose. You can flirt with the wall. So I mentioned that last week. If you feel like balance, sometimes it's funny when we're pregnant, our center of gravity can be really good and you might be able to stand all day long on one leg because we're weighted here. And then other people, I think just because of maybe a little more lack of muscle tone in their legs, might feel a little more wobbly. So do whatever you feel comfortable doing. You're going to stand on your left foot to start with. And before we even bring our right foot into tree, I want you to imagine a string attached to the top of your head. So stand nice and tall, all the way up and out the crown of your head. Okay, and then hands are going to come to the center of our chest. You can slowly bring your right heel in. You can stay on the ball of your foot. You can lift up, or you can come. Ooh, my pants are slippery. Or you can come all the way up into tree. Whatever feels comfortable. It's about calmness, not stillness. I want you to just like trust yourself in this moment. Ride out all the vibration and movement in your body. Take one more deep breath in through your nose and out. We're going to stabilize as we descend from this. So I want you to lift your foot away from your left leg and then slowly step down and out of this as best you can. Stand on the right leg, roll your left hip. We're looking for looseness through the hip, where we can kind of just draw some circles and let our leg be totally heavy. If you feel really, really sticky or rigid when you do this, that's okay. That's what we're trying to work out. Okay, so let's try the opposite side. Stand on your right foot, nice and tall, good posture, upward movement of energy through your body. So in other words, lengthening through the top of your head. Your left foot is going to come in wherever you want it to be. Good job. And then we're just going to see how we do here. Calmness, not steadiness. We're just trying to not overreact to the natural movements, the natural rhythm of our body. Trust yourself to balance here. Take a couple of breaths. Good job. So we're going to let this left leg sort of come away from our supporting side, and then we're going to step out of it nice and slow and controlled. Awesome job, you guys. So today, we're going to do some standing. I call it like standing flow. It's a little bit more of traditional yoga movement, but we sort of eliminate the forward folding and all that stuff that we do on the ground, okay? So we're gonna stand at the front edge of our mat, Tadasana or mountain pose. So feet are nice and close together. We're standing tall and proud, okay? I want you to imagine, you can even take your hands to your belly. Imagine like you're hugging your baby in towards the backside of your body. If you had a corset on, you would imagine that corset's wrapping around and holding your baby nice and protected in. Okay, hands are gonna come to the center of our chest. Take a deep breath in, reach all the way up. Exhale, we're gonna bring our hands to heart center. And then we're gonna step back with the left foot. So left foot steps back. Warrior one, so your back foot is planted, and this is the strongest leg that we've got right now. So we're pushing like crazy from the left hip down through the outer edge of your back foot. Bend your right knee as much as you feel comfortable, and then reach your arms forward. We're gonna imagine like we're hugging around a tree. So you're gonna let your shoulder blades come forward. forward, reach through your fingertips, and then slide your shoulder blades into your back. Nice and tall. 2 more times. Reach forward, hug that tree, and then slide your shoulders into your back. 1 more time, reach forward, hug the tree, and then slide your shoulders into your back. Take 1 deep breath, hands to heart center. We're going to see if we can step forward. So go ahead and lift your left heel, and then bring both feet together, coming back to Tadasana or mountain pose. Other side, hands to the center of your chest. Take a deep breath in, reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands are going to come back to our heart. And we're going to step the right foot back. Setting up on the opposite side here. So nice and strong in that right leg, right hip. Bend your left knee as much as you would like to. Reach your arms forward. I want you to check in with this space. So from the tops of your shoulders to your ears, kind of slide your shoulders down your back as best as you can. Reach forward. Let your scapula move. And then tuck them in. It's like we're trying to squeeze a pencil between our shoulder blades. Twice more. Reach around. Tuck them in. Squeeze at the back. 1 more time. Reach forward. Tuck them in. Squeeze at your back. Bring your hands to the center of your chest. Lift that right heel up. Step forward. Good job, you guys. Really good. So one of the things that you'll sort of pick up as we get along over the next few weeks is that our goal in stuff, especially in stuff like that, it's not what our goal maybe was a few months ago, pre-pregnancy, which might have been for you to really challenge yourself and use it more as a workout. What we are trying to do in everything that we accomplish here is to create epic body awareness. So really feeling totally connected to your body. Okay, and doing the best you can. Sorry, the computer just said it was almost gonna die. So anyways, epic body awareness. It's connecting to the muscle and just like keeping your attention totally on the activity or the exercise that you're trying to do, okay? Stand sideways on your mat, so long edge. We're gonna come into warrior 2. So turn your right toes towards the front of your mat. Left leg is staying nice and strong. Tee your arms out from your body. Some pelvic floor connection here. I want you to imagine like you're squeezing this left hip forward and pulling your right heel back. So if you push down into the floor and drag those 2 points towards each other, this diagonal, you'll feel yourself sort of lift through the pelvic floor. Try to hold that for a second. Go ahead and just relax your legs. Inhale, reverse your warrior. So just reach left hand down the back leg, right arm's gonna reach up. Deep breath here. And then come back, warrior 2. Let's do that in a little bit more of a flow. So inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Again, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Let your arms come down to your sides, straighten out that front leg and turn both toes towards the long edge of your mat. We're gonna go opposite way. So left toes will turn out, stay facing the long edge here with your hips and with your shoulders. Tee your arms out from your body. I want you to try to have equal reach through your backhand, through your front hand. You can look forward over your left fingers if you would like to. Again, try that connection. So this time it's the right hip and the left heel. So if you imagine this diagonal, okay, try to squeeze those 2 points towards each other. You'll feel yourself use your adductors and fire up through the pelvic floor. Good job, guys. Take 1 breath. Awesome. Just relax your legs, reverse your warrior. So right hand down, left arm's going to reach up this time. Try to breathe. Just notice if you're holding your breath. Good, and then come back. Warrior two, keep going through this. So inhale as we reverse. Exhale as we come forward. One more time, inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Good job. Relax your arms down and turn your toes towards me. You're gonna put your hands on your hips, heel toe your feet together, all the way back to the center. So hands to heart center, okay? We're gonna stand really nice and tall. I want you to lift and spread your toes, hug your baby in, tuck your tailbone just a tiny bit here. And then slowly start to bend your knees, sitting into chair pose. It doesn't matter how you're facing on your mat here. In chair pose, I want you to think about lifting up your toes. So just try not to be leaning forward where the heels have no pressure. Try to sit back, lift your toes. And we're gonna drop our hands down. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, chair. Pause and be steady. Focus on your breath. One more time. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, chair. Good job, guys. Come up to standing. All right. So if you have blocks, we're going to use the blocks here again. We are going to come down onto our knees, maybe come towards the back of your mat. Again, coming into a lunge. Now we were here a few moments, or a little bit ago, I guess, closer to the beginning of class. We're going to step the right foot forward again. Okay. This time, instead of pushing forward into your left hip, I want you to keep your legs at like a 90-90. Now I can sort of reach down and touch my fingertips to my blocks. If you can't, I don't want you to like compress down over your abdomen. So you can do this without any hand assistance if you would like. We're going to go towards the right. So put your right hand to your block, left arm up, or just reach down towards the floor with your right hand. Good job. One more breath. Awesome. Come all the way back up. Pick your blocks up. Now start to push your left bum cheek or your left hip forward. Again, hands to the blocks. You could just be like this as well if you want and stay more upright. We're going to pull our hips in and out of this a couple times. So the idea is to tuck your tailbone and come back, okay? And then come forward. There's really no right or wrong here. Everybody's different in terms of flexibility. So just try to feel this. Work within your maximum range of motion, whatever that is today. Every day is different. Good, one more time. Swing your hips forward. Great job. Pull your hips back. Nice work. Both blocks over to the left side. Swing that right knee around, and we'll try the opposite. So let's step the left foot forward. Again, more of a 90-90 in terms of angles here, keeping your body upright. We're gonna lift our right arm. Your left hand can touch your block or just let it be heavy and reach down. Take one more deep breath. Excellent. Come all the way back up. Now we'll pick up our blocks. Okay, we'll move them forward and we'll sink forward into the right hip. Come up on your thigh if you need to. Okay, so pull your tailbone back. Pull back, stack your hips. Good, and then come forward. Imagine this like a sliding movement. So we're sliding back and we are sliding forward. One more time. Slide your hips back. Slide your hips forward. Lots of hip stuff today. Good. Now stack them up, and we're going to go over to the right, sorry, to get out of this. Bring yourself back. So you're going to kneel. Lots of variety here in terms of kneeling. I talked a little bit a while ago about water retention. So sometimes, like when we're stretching our feet or our ankles, your ankles one day are going to feel like they belong to somebody else. And some people that are really unlucky, that's like from start to finish. For others, it's just day to day, you know, they might feel a little bit different. So I want you to not be competitive. Like I want you to don't try to do what you think you should be able to do. Try to do what you can do today. If you need blankets underneath your shins, go ahead and do that. Okay. If you need to sit up on something, you can put pillows or blocks on the backs of your calves like this. And you can like prop your bum up. Okay. Sit back. Whatever you want to do here, as long as we are on our shins. We're going to open up across our chest by taking our hands behind us. Interlace your fingers, draw your knuckles straight down. Gaze forward and up. Take a deep breath into your heart space. Push your heart forward in your chest. One more time. Good job. Relax your back. Whatever you've been doing there, come forward, give your legs a little shake. And then we're going to sit down here again for the last little while. So again, go with what you need to do today. Maybe you feel like you should be super flexible in your hips and you're not. Prop them up, lift yourself up. We're going to come into butterfly, so bottoms of the feet together. Pull your heels in as much as you can towards your body. And then it all depends on belly size. So if you can take your hands to your toes, that's cool. You might need to be more out here with your hands wide. Okay. You also might need to be more out here in a diamond shape, depending on where everything is today. This is a fantastic leg position to be in, to just totally relax through the hips, and it's really opening for the pelvic floor and for the whole front of our pelvis. Okay, so good position for us to sit in. I want you to stack your body up really tall. Try to sit nice and tall through the top of your head. And then what we're going to do is bounce our knees. So as we did when we sort of rolled our hip, which I just remembered we only did on one side. That's okay. What I want you to feel is like loose through your knees. If you feel like you're having to really manually fly this butterfly, you can practice. Try to get a little bounce going. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Couple more moments. Take a breath. Good job. And then just pause, sit nice and tall here again. Okay, we're gonna slide our legs forward. Just take your fingertips back, walk your shoulders and your elbows together so that you're lifted across your chest. Maybe I'll turn sideways here. And rather than folding forward, we're going to sort of stretch our hamstrings by lengthening the back side of our legs. So really think about flexing your feet. If you have a little stare down with your toes, you can point them back towards your nose and walk your heels down and away from yourself. Okay? Squeeze with your quad muscle. You should feel very active in your ankles and in your legs here. Just hold, take a breath. Good, and then relax your muscles completely. Give your legs a little shake. Do that one more time. So walk your heels away from yourself, point your toes back. One more moment. Good, and then relax. Okay. We are going to give our best effort at bringing our leg into a figure four. So left heel is going to come up and cross on our thigh. So instead of having the bottom of your foot to the inside of your leg, it's up and over. I want you to sit as upright as you can here. So if you need to stay leaning back, that's fine. If you can sit upright, then that's great as well. That's a little more tension on your extended leg. In your mind, power of your mind. I want you to try to open this left knee as much as you can. You might be able to reach forward and push down on the knee just a tiny bit. Good, and then relax from there. Now see how you do, okay? It's hard for me, I can't really see each of you. I know belly size makes a huge difference in a lot of this, but if you're able to, we're going to stay in this figure four, and I want you to see if you can bend your right leg. Place your foot flat. And then again here, slide your right leg away and cross. See how we do on the opposite side. So you're going to bring your right ankle over your left knee. Okay, stay leaning back here for a second. Notice side to side. So like I said earlier, what this is about so much is just being connected with your body, really feeling exactly where you're at in terms of tightness or stress level or anything like that, and just really trying your best to keep all your attention, all your energy, all your power within your body. So comparison, see if you can compare this side to the other. Just notice, you know, what feels different, whether it feels better, whether it feels worse. Come a little more upright and sit nice and tall. Okay, we'll try that little progression too. If you have the space, you can bend your left knee and place your foot flat. Usually this is like a thread the needle and we lay down on the floor. We would hug our left knee in towards our chest. Good, and then slide that left leg away. Go ahead and uncross. Give your legs a little shake, shake, shake. Okay, my friends, we are going to sit however feels comfortable for you. Sitting really just tall. Again, that upward movement of energy. If you need to close your eyes here, you can try to find as much lift as you can through your entire torso. Use your breath. So as you inhale, see if you can find more support, more lift through your body. As you exhale, try to relax and retain that nice tall posture. We're going to do what's called an open twist, safe for mamas of all sizes. So you're going to reach your left hand forward, okay? Just touch it to the floor. And it's like you're doing a backstroke with your left hand. So you're going to reach up, hug your arm to your ear, and then open all the way towards the back. Some of you might be able to bring your fingertip towards the floor back behind you. And then we're going to bring that forward. Again, hug your arm to your ear, square yourself to the front, reach down to the floor. Let's do that one more time. Backstroke, think backstroke. And forward. Good job. Relax your arm, roll your shoulders here. Let's see how we do opposite side. So right fingertips are going to reach forward. Okay. Up and over. This is a great movement to do when you guys have your babies. If any of you are, well, not even if you're breastfeeding, but if you're, you know, sitting on the couch feeding, one of the things that happens really quickly is we slouch and we slump forward and we really round our shoulders. So this is a good, simple movement that helps you pull your shoulder back in your body and open up across the collarbone. Get rid of some of that tightness. So you can remember this one for post baby as well. Good job, guys. Come up to seated. Roll your shoulders. I'm gonna have you take your left hand up and over your head. Try to relax and let your left ear fall. Close your eyes here. I want you to focus on breathing in through your nose. Staying really soft through your jaw, soft through all those stress pockets in your face. So your third eye space right between your eyebrows. Got to be heavy on that path of your sinuses, either side of your nose. Of course, the jaw. Good. Unhook. Bring yourself back down, up and over with the opposite side. So right hand up and over. Anytime, always sort of the last 10 minutes of the class will just be some of these gentle breathing and upper body stretches for you guys. You can do them in a chair too if you wanted to sit up. So again, on this side, just close your eyes. Have that little conversation with yourself just to relax through any pockets of tension or tightness. And gently release your head. Come back up. Hands are going to press down onto our lap or onto our knees. Squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears. You can even like scrunch up your face, get really contracted and tight. And then next exhale, relax everything down and away. Get really heavy. One more time. So inhale, squeeze, push down on your legs, squeeze your face muscles, squeeze your shoulders, and exhale. Relax. Let your head hang heavy. Just rolling it, little half circles. So over towards one shoulder, down and over to the other. Coming back to the center. Interlacing our fingers here. So the goal is to feel like you're lifting the rib cage. No, right when you're right where your diaphragm is. So right where the thoracic cavity is separated from the abdominal cavity. We want to see if we can like lift that space up and away from all the sort of pressure and the tightness that you have going on in your belly. So we're going to interlace our fingers and press our palms forward. When you reach your arms up, which we're going to do here, try to lift up your rib cage. So lift up your diaphragm, take some pressure off of your belly. And then exhale, bring your hands back behind you and lean back here. Take your chin up. Deep breath in and out. Good job. And then come back up to seated. Now, if you can remember which interlace you did, do the awkward one. So the opposite. For most of us, that would be left pinky on the bottom. Okay, same idea. So press your palms forward. Good little stretch for our wrists and our fingers. And then as you draw your circle up, try to lift the diaphragm up. Lift your upper body away from your belly. Good job. And release your hands. Let them come down behind you. Lean back, open across your chest. Good work. And then come back in just to a nice seated position. We are going to finish off the last couple minutes of our session today with some breathing, a few little breathing techniques, breathing exercises that just keep us sort of here and practice filling up our lungs completely. So the bigger your belly gets and the more space you run out of, the more that abdomen sort of pushes up into the rib cage, and then we feel like we just climbed or ran up 10 flights of stairs. So what we want to do is try to channel our breath down all the way into the bottom of our lungs. Okay, breathing into your belly, in other words. So left hand onto your belly, right hand onto your heart. Close your eyes. And as you breathe in, I want you to visualize your breath in the shape of a candy cane. So you're breathing in through your nose, and then you're pushing that air all the way down. Feel your belly rise into your hands. And then as you exhale, just relax your chest, relax your belly. See if you can practice that a couple more times. So deep breath in And out. Sometimes baby moves here too, depending on where you're at in your stage. Good, one more time. And exhale. Excellent job. Bring your hands just onto your knees or onto your lap. A breath that we're going to do today is called a milkshake breath. The milkshake breath, forward. The milkshake breath is literally a cooling breath, okay? So when we're feeling hot, it really is a good little technique, and it causes us to sort of like lift ourselves up as we inhale. So you make a little circle with your lips as if you had a straw in between your lips, okay? When you breathe in, I want you to pick your body up. So inhale. Hold at the top. And then exhale. You'll feel your entire mouth get cold, okay? Do a couple more times. Good job. One more time. Deep breath in. Awesome. Next breath, just a nice way to control. I think that we did this one last week too. So what we're thinking of as we inhale, our arms are out beside us, palms facing up. And when you inhale, it's like we're squeezing with those back muscles, and we're really imagining that we're lifting like the weight of the world all the way up, 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 up. Okay, you pause at the top again and then turn your palms down. As you exhale, imagine you're like pushing somebody under the water. And I don't know, maybe you have somebody in mind, you really want to visualize that, but it's that feeling of like resistance as we go down. Okay, so let's try that one a couple times as well. Sit nice and tall, palms facing up, deep breath in, squeeze and lift. Pause at the top, exhale. Push your troubles under the water. One more time, inhale up. Exhale. All the way down. Great job, you guys. Just bring your hands onto your knees. Go ahead and roll your shoulders. So typically at this stage of the class, I would have you come into Shavasana. Little bit of disconnect because you guys are at home and I am here. I will let you know a couple of things. One, it is okay for you to lean back if that's comfortable for you. So lots of times we would do something like on a reclined position. So even taking your blocks. Now you can do this with a bolster too. I don't know if anybody has a bolster at home. But taking your blocks, the one that goes between your shoulder blades is widthways or lengthways, and the one that goes under your head is widthways. So how we lay back here is the block goes right underneath our upper back. So it keeps our chest lifted, keeps us on this bit of an incline, and then you can take your second block and take it underneath of your head. Okay, you can lift yourself up even more, or you can ignore me. If you don't feel comfortable on your back, fetal position on the side is a good one as well. But just spending a couple moments, just relaxing, sitting upright if that's the only place that you feel best. Whatever you would like to do, just for a moment, you can certainly stay there. And in the meantime, I'm going to close our class. Awesome job showing up today. I know there's a couple girls that I'm sending the recording to. Remember, I'm here if you have any questions, if you're feeling extra stressed or extra sore, there might be something I can do. There also might be a resource I have that can help you if you want to just, try to do something to help yourself. Just feel good. So anyways, great job today, you guys. I'm going to close our class bringing thumbs to forehead, kind thoughts to mouth, kind words, and to chest, kind hearts. Namaste. I hope you can relax for a few minutes. Let your body absorb all that awesome work that you just did. And I will see you next Saturday. Bye-bye.